Let's look at editing and saving items in playlists in PolyNome. Let's add an item to the playlist by tapping on the plus button and choosing Add Items. I'm going to call it Item 1 and I'm going to add it to the playlist. Before editing it, I'm going to make a copy of this by tapping on the plus button and choosing Duplicate Selected Items. I'll make 2 copies of this. Now let's edit this item by going to the main screen and we'll change the rhythm. Finally, tap the flashing plus to save changes. PolyNome alerts us that there are 2 other linked presets in this playlist with the same name. That's the 2 copies that we made. So we have the option to update the presets, which will save this rhythm to both of those, or don't update, which will just update this item. So let's say update presets, and then take a look at the copies of item 1, and you can see that the same rhythm has been applied to both of those. Now let's change this back and save the changes. This time I will say don't update, and you'll see that this version is 4 quarter notes, but the other versions have the modified rhythm because we chose not to update those. Now let's make a copy of this item by tapping on the plus button and choosing Duplicate Item with New Name. I'll call it Item 2. And you'll see that if we make a change to this version and save the changes, we're not prompted about updating other items because this is the only thing in this playlist named Item 2. Now let's add something from the presets library by tapping on the plus button and choosing Add Existing Presets. I'm going to choose King Will Come, which is a song from the band I play in. I'm going to load this up and make a change. So let's say when I play this song, I want the click to be quarter notes instead of 8th notes. So I'll tap and edit the pattern, change it to quarter notes. When I click to save the changes, I'm alerted that there is a parent preset in the presets library, and do I want to update that parent preset? I'll say yes, because in the future when adding this to playlists, I want to have a quarter note instead of an 8th note click. So I'll choose Update Preset. And then PolyNome alerts me that there are 87 linked presets with the same name in other playlists. So this is band setlist that I've created in the past with this song, and here I'm given the option to update the rhythm in all of those linked playlists by tapping Update Pattern and Tempo. If I want to only update the pattern but not affect the tempo, I have an option to do that. Or I can say don't update and none of those will be affected. So I'm going to say don't update in this case. So linked items are items with the same name that have link status turned on. So let's take a look at the link status of this preset. We'll tap on the gear button, and if you scroll up the screen, you will see Relations, Link Status Linked. So I can unlink this item by tapping on Linked, and it will make it a standalone preset. If I were to go and edit and save changes, I wouldn't be prompted about updating anything else because this is now considered a standalone item. Let's turn linking back on and view copies. This shows me all of the other playlists which contain a linked version of this song, and also playlists that contain a standalone version. You can see this Canada 80-minute demo playlist features a song called King Will Come, but the link status is off. You can change the link status by tapping on a row, and I can unlink this item by tapping the check mark at the top. You see that the relation status changed to standalone. Finally, you can set some default preferences. This is in the Preferences menu under Autosave Copies Settings. Here you can choose the default action for copies in the preset library, in the same playlist, or in other playlists. It can always ask you. You can choose to always save the copies or never save the copies. So that's editing and linked items in playlists.